All right, well, I'll tell you this. It was hot as balls. You can see my face is blended in with my red
Oh no.
background. I only watched 100 laps in the stands. I watched the first 50, and then I was like, this is ridiculous. I went down to the Busch bar and watched the next 200 laps on TV. And then, like 60 laps left, I went back to my seat with some people I'd met at the bar. But it was crazy out there. But then
Did the rain help your skin at all?
you have no idea when you're at the race what is going on compared to watching on TV. So I had no clue the rain was going to stop, but they would get it restarted so quickly. But I welcomed it.
Yeah.
Second straight Denny Hamlin win where Downtown Brown just can't make it to the show.
I think that says a lot more about his character than Denny's performance.
The lady is thrilled and upset that we haven't set up her gambling account so that she can bet on Denny Hamlin. So I think it's very soon, coming soon. So
I had to pull out this. I haven't worn it yet.
Nice.
His winning shirt from the Goodyear 400 this year. I've been to 2 races this year. Denny Hamlin has won both of them. Might have to buy that ticket to Phoenix at the end of the season.
let it be known that the lady in black was not one of Denny's old hinge matches. He does not play in the dirt. He plays in the snow. I'm sorry.
Yeah, a lot of snow play. For old Denny Hamlin. Did you know there's a casino right there on the backstretch at Dover?
Yeah.
Dover Downs.
I went through there. I didn't play any. I just didn't have time. But his mom
Should
won
have, man.
$1,800 on a penny slot machine this weekend.
Good for her. I wonder how much money Denny spent up in there. And you should have stopped by the sports bookie and throw some money on him too.
I'm a journalist, man. I can't be out here gambling on these people. I got to come here and tell you like it is. I got to come here on Monday and tell you that Denny Hamlin's the greatest NASCAR driver in the world.
Oh, all right. I'm announcing my departure from Checkereds or Records, and I will be killing myself. No.
So I went back and rewatched the broadcast on a secret site, and Ludacris was on the TNT intro. I know that's a Atlanta-based Turner Media company, but I did not expect to see Ludacris out there. I guess he's got the Fast and Furious connection there.
Yeah. Get on TNT trying to expose the NASCAR to that culture, man.
I think one of the guys I sat next to at the bar was not pulling for Roger Carruth or Lamar Scott this weekend. I asked him, what was up, and he was like, yeah, I'm here to see him turn left and Bubba Wallace finish last.
Did you see what Elliot sent? Actually, I think it was either on Instagram or on the group chat of somebody wearing a Fuck Bubba Wallace shirt at Dover.
Speaker, there was a huge black guy in the stands wearing a Fuck Bubba Wallace shirt, and everyone was like, this guy's definitely not bought a beer at the race for himself. But there was a bunch of Bubba Wallace fans out there, and he finished 7th today? He had a hell of or yesterday. A bunch of Bubba fans out there, and 2311's got to get their own merch hauler, man. They can get some better stuff.
Times are tough, man. I don't know if they can if they're in the business of.
They got to make money. They got to get their merch sales up.
They're gonna have to do something, aren't they? That court decision is not swinging in their favor right now, is it?
It would be very Michael Jordan of them to double down and spend some more to make it back in the future. So
yeah.
Last time we were at a race, we copped some Tyler Reddick gear.
That's right. And this time, somehow I walked out with a Ross Chastain shirt and a Trackhouse racing hat.
Speaking of Chastain, this was like later on in the race when I was watching it, but Joey didn't necessarily dump him, but definitely bumped him out of the way.
Yeah, that seemed to be the only drama in the race, kind of, for shit like that. They had a couple exchanges. Definitely had something to do with their little temper tantrum they threw at Chicago, where Ross took out Joey and he wasn't even the one who hit him. But yeah, NASCAR's most exciting driver had to give us a little bit on the day.
Yeah, when you say action, I want to say when Christopher Bell spun out for the lead, that was like one of the first cautions from green. But
I think
seemed like there were some long runs yesterday. Yeah, a lot of long runs and not a lot of action as far as we like to see, putting somebody's ass in the wall.
I was gonna say there's probably big drama between Christopher Bell and Traction, but yeah. Other than that, some people like I saw some people on Twitter saying this was the worst race of all, like top 5 worst race of all time, and I was like, what? That seems a little harsh. It seemed like you could still get a run
Yeah.
on the outside, but Dover's just like a super big momentum track, and like how you make a pass is you have to be able to follow close, and these guys can just block. I don't know if you saw that Jordan too, but was kind of like the lead car had like a pretty big advantage. It was just tough to close that gap to be able to pass, or what do you think?
Everyone's on there talking about aero blocking and cars can't pass. The qualifying metrics set the running order. Shane Van Gisbergen was 6th to start the race. And once the race is going, it's all JGR, all Hendrick, some 2311 drivers, and Ryan Blaney at the front. So they all drove to the front. It's not like you can't pass. Now, the people out front, Denny said when he drove away from Bell on that last little green flag run, he drove away from him running the route around the track that was best for his car and not aero blocking Bell. They didn't have any practice. They didn't have any qualifying. SVG had to go out there and drive down into the corner with literally 0 laps in a cup car at Dover. It wasn't the greatest race ever, so people are complaining.
The rain obviously has an impact, and good on NASCAR figuring they weren't going to have to call the race. When they go back green after the track dries, you could pit and the rest of the field stays out and you're going to end up losing, or you stay out and the rest of the field does go into pit and they're on new tires and you end up losing. So I mean that's always a little bit of an exciting dynamic to take into account. So I wouldn't go as far to say that it was boring.
I am a little bit upset that on that last restart, Briscoe didn't give Denny a little bit of his own medicine and run him up the track. He's got the fresh tires and the inside line, and he has a pretty good restart. He'd also like worked his way up from, I think he was maybe like 8th or 9th, and he got up to like 3rd or 4th, and then he finally got up to the front rows. Would have been nice to see him cash that in. Denny's run multiple people up and out of the groove, so I don't think it would have been uncalled for. I don't think Denny would have had much of a leg to stand on, but very impressive of Dennis to hold the outside on old tires. I think he pitted on
Yeah.
lap like 320, so 80 lap tires. There's a lot of cautions, but yeah, I mean that was really impressive.
But do you think Briscoe's crew chief wants him to drive Denny hard in that situation? That's your teammate right there. You're in second place, right? Holding off all the Hendrick drivers right behind you.
What do you think, Jordan?
I think what we saw there was Chase Briscoe knows that he's the 3rd or 4th man on the JGR totem pole right now, and he does not have the standing in Joe Gibbs Racing to go out there and take out Denny Hamlin if he makes a mistake. Yeah. He said that after the race or at some point, I didn't want to hand this win to Hendrick, who was right behind us. So I just wanted to make sure that Joe Gibbs won. I mean, stuff's blending together a little bit for me, watching from the stands yesterday. But there were, triple overtime plus the run where Bell was running him down. Denny was talking a little bit of shit after the race. Like, I went out there and I'm a big time players make big time plays, and I put up or shut up when it needed to happen.
Yeah, now I want to say like on that final lap or two, Briscoe was actually out front, and I think he did like a little bit of the side bump draft. I don't think he got him loose, but he definitely had to race back to secure that win and get ahead of him. So it wasn't like it was Denny's win the whole time after that restart. He had to go back and earn it.
No, I 100% agree. I think if I was Briscoe and a professional NASCAR driver, I think what I would have done. Oh, shout out Downtown Brown. Come on down.
Let's go.
You guys hear my music in the background?
Coming in hot.
A little tune.
All right, hold on.
Did you hear that? That was fun.
What?
Yeah, bring it on. Bring it on home.
Yeah. I was just changing my LinkedIn bio to say NASCAR podcaster, motorsports thought leader.
Talks about plumbing.
Talks about plumbing. Yeah.
It's nice of you to show up. This was almost the second straight Denny Gamblin win where you weren't able to make it.
Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Remember this day, Elliot? I broke it out just for you.
The what?
The Denny tames a woman in black.
Denny Hamlin won. And the lady in
I
black.
can't see. Are you showing me something else? I can't see the screen.
Okay.
Doing everything I can to make it.
Forget it. Nah. Okay. Well.
But what I was gonna say was on that last restart, When Briscoe's like a nose ahead of Hamlin, I think what he should have done is not turned for the corner. I think he should have waited a little bit, run Hamlin high, and then turn to the bottom. But he took the corner normally. Hamlin was able to wrap the top, and he got a big run, and he didn't clear him. Don't run him up, but just don't turn for a little bit. It's kind of the F1 move where you just shove him up. I think that would have been the safest way to secure a win and also not wreck Denny, but just make him lift. So
Downtown, we're talking about Chase Briscoe being a little soft. Not soft, but just like I'm saying that he's not the number one person on the JGR totem pole, so he wasn't gonna put Denny in the fence on Sunday. But if it had been a non-teammate, he would have worked him a little more.
Lame as hell, dude. I'm tired of the politics dictating how these guys drive. I wish they'd just drive the cars. Goodness gracious.
release the Joe Gibbs list.
You think Kelly Yarborough was worried about any of that crap, dude? Am I wrong?
I don't know.
No, you're not.
But
You're not.
Chase is looking good now. I think they're call them contenders for the playoffs.
Briscoe, you're saying? Yeah.
They're putting it together week in and week out now. Like they got a groove. He's been there half a year now. They're a lot of speed. Car looks good. Bass Pro Shops looks good out there.
Yeah, Bass Pro Shops is always killer.
Someone could get him a haircut, but that ain't gonna keep him from winning. You
Shout
said
out Kyle Busch for being near the line one more time. He's put together a 5th, a 10th,
He's on
and
the-
11th. Come on now.
He's on the north side of it, man.
What do you got?
before we get to KFB, you said that Denny was on 80 lap old tires at the end. He ran.
Nobody said that.
Sweaker.
I did say that.
Denny ran the fastest lap of the race on 74 lap old tires, and I think also part of why he won. The restarts wouldn't have happened without the rain coming in, of course, but the rain cooled the track off, and the drop in temperature of the track made the tire difference matter less. I don't know if he runs a lap like that with the track.
Listen,
Hottest race in Dover since 2010.
that probably has a significant impact on it, but they interviewed Denny on the sideline talking about the tire situation. He basically said, I'm not going to worry about driving like I got some old tires on the car. I'm going to go out there and drive like I need to get this win in.
He's saying, I don't care if it's raining, we're all playing in the same weather. Like, to use a baseball analogy, so to say.
He was going to go out there and drive as hard as he needed to get the win.
Yeah, I feel that that's admirable. At the same time, I think that his experience has him in a position where he can think that way. So,
Of course.
I don't think 10 years ago Denny Hamlin wins that race, but I mean, I guess kudos to his maturity and growth. I can't even say that with a straight face on it, man. The guy sucks, man.
Downtown and Sweaker. I'm sure you'll be interested in this. At the end of the race, Kyle Busch came home like 18th. Austin Dillon was like 13th. And
He was
Richard
11th.
Childress is fed up. Over the radio, he went off, said, we got to bring some damn race cars, and this shit ain't cutting it.
Hey,
Who
first
said
of all,
that?
Richard
you got to
Childress.
fact check him. He finished 11th, all right? So even despite the frustration, he brought home a good finish. But, yeah, I mean, the cars right now, I have no confidence in us to get anything better than a top 10. Like, we just don't have winning speed. And I was wearing my Kyle Busch shirt yesterday at Slingshot in Atlanta, the game bar, asking them to put on a NASCAR race. And I had to root on my guy to 11th place. I mean, it wasn't fun, all right?
By yourself?
Rooting for
Yeah,
Kyle Busch used to be fun, man. This country used to be fun. What happened to what the
Well, I
It's
think
a civilized society.
the little win is you being able to have the bar put on the NASCAR race. I think that's something you could take home.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Richard Childress is fed up with this shit, Downtown Brown. Don't you got something to say about that?
I mean, that's like, I don't even know what the appropriate English analogy is there, but in Russian, there's a great term for this. It's when the guy that's calling all the shots says that the guy that's calling all the shots eating all that fucking worth of shit. Hey, I don't know if he like thinks that everybody. It's
Our engineers are going for this year.
Richard Childress, I mean, you think about it. It's the matrix of you can have it good, you can have it fast, or you can have it cheap. And it sounds like Mr. Childress wants a little bit of all three. And it's not good enough for a championship team with his budget.
It's also like a bad combo, but Richard Childress is based in Welcome, North Carolina, whereas everyone else is in Charlotte, and that's like a good hour and a half from everyone else, and you just
I don't
can't
know.
get the
The
same.
children's operations are right there, dude. It's not far, especially in NASCAR world. All those guys have lift trucks. They're used to a 30-minute ride to go anywhere.
Well, it's not in the same exact plaza. And I think if you're like a talented person that like your commute was 15 minutes and then you go work for Richard Childress and now it's like 45 minutes to an hour, that might play a role in whether or not you take that job. But let's not act like it's ever been top of the top. Harvick had a good year in 2010, and Harvick's won some races. Kyle won 3 races in 23, but Jeff Burton in 2006 almost won the title, but it's not like
There you go.
Richard Childress.
Week in and week out, though. I mean, they're not expending the same resources that a JGR, Hendrick. They're not putting the same kind of resources into this team, either of the teams, in a week in, week out basis. They may have gotten around it back in the day.
EB3PO's back.
I heard that.
I'm happy. I feel like everyone's always tiptoeing around, like they don't want to talk shit about Richard Childress racing. I'm happy. I feel like this is the first time I've heard him come out and be like, "Oh, I know." I'm just saying, like, I feel like this is the first time he has come out and said, "We suck. Like, we got to do better."
There's one way that can happen, and that's if Granddaddy dips in his pockets. That's the only way it is. They're gonna, or maybe they like outsource their engineering talent. That could be an idea.
How many times does Richard Childers look in the mirror and say, "Shit been fucked up around here" before he opens up his wallet?
I don't know.
No, I guarantee you, he has somebody on the team like, well, could Chad GPT help with this?
No, I like
That's fair.
Downtown Brown's idea though. If we outsource the talent, then we can just have some guy in India going to Kyle Busch. Did you try turning it on and turning it off?
Is your race hunt plugged in?
Then we're gonna have a 7-Eleven sponsored race car.
They do have 7-Eleven. They are
It
sponsored by
already exists,
7-Eleven.
dude.
He spun out at Texas, bro, because he didn't turn it on again. He turned it off and it just spun out.
I have created a ticket. I feel like I can't do the accent like Streaker. It's not as,
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's your people, right? Or you from?
Dude, I'm 100% black. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm from the. I thought you, Srika, was more like New Delhi.
I'm technically South Indian, but my Indian accent is definitely an Indian accent of a white person doing an Indian accent, and not an Indian accent, and I love it.
I know we typically touch on paint scheme of the week, but I got to give a non-paint scheme of the week. I am tired of seeing that god-awful, ugly number 12 Menards paint scheme for Ryan Blaney. I think that is a disgusting color, and it looks like just the mix between piss yellow and puke green going around the racetrack.
Dude, it's
Why is
Menards, man.
Why is the hood black?
They don't know what they're doing out there. They're all hammered drunk. It's the Midwest. Menards, I'd go to Lowe's Home Improvement or Home Depot. Good Southern establishments. Not Menards.
Menards is keeping NASCAR afloat with all the sponsorships, man. Lowe's.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we appreciate the money. We didn't say they were good at spending it, though.
Come on, silly. Don't be silly. Take the money.
I'm just telling you how to spend your money, man.
Typically, I like the Menards paint schemes. I think back to when his son Paul Menard was racing for the real DEI. But when they combine it with that weird, they're like doing 3 sponsors on one car. I agree. It looked bad yesterday.
Well, like they need to take a page out of JTG Doherty's notebook. With I thought they've always made the Kroger with like the Kroger affiliated like grocery brand. I've always thought they made that look pretty tasteful.
They were trying to get one of the NASCAR drivers in the Indy 500, and they didn't do it because they were like, the car has to be Menard green, and the IndyCar team was like, okay, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, because that shit looks gaudy. It's like wearing that Clemson orange.
All right, well, I guess we can write off one. That's one less sponsor we can try to get on this show.
Don't you dare get Menard as a sponsor.
All his body armor schemes are also like fire too. Like if he could get more of those on races, like that'd be sick. It also goes back to the whole convo we were having about Ty Gibbs and why he only runs the black monster car, not other monster cars. But it's like some of these paint scheme decisions are just stupid.
I like the Black Monster car.
Have y'all seen this video of the late model race where the guy gets spun out and turns around and starts driving backwards on the track? And
No, I'm trying to see that.
Like old school style?
yes,
That's like NASCAR video games.
so they throw a caution because he's driving backwards, and then he goes up to the guy. One of the cars flipped the other car over. Clearly knew what they were doing. Popped the guy right on his roof, and the guy's on the speaker intercom. He's like, "You're out. You're done for the night. Get off the track. You're done for the night." And I'm like, he just flipped this man over on purpose, and he can't race tonight. Like, what kind of punishment is that?
Guarantee you that kid's dad owns his dad owns a general contracting company in the area. He ain't never worked a day. Like anybody that wrecks a machine on purpose, I mean, you can't say coach is selling enough. Like there's a reason why Junior ain't starting. It's because he's not good enough. You know.
And then speaking of fights on the track, Kevin Smith went on Harvick's show last week. Said he wants to put a roof on Bristol so they can have UFC fights and WrestleMania.
Who said that?
While the race is going on?
It's Kevin Smith.
Marcus Smith.
You talking about the SMI guy, the guy that owns Bristol?
Bruton?
That's Marcus.
Marcus Smith.
Marcus
Well,
Smith went on Harvick's show last week.
there is a brother that like is apparently.
I got it wrong. I got it wrong. Let me correct it. Marcus Smith.
I don't know. Well, I'm saying there's one brother within the Smith family that's
Motherfucker,
a known,
I just looked it
party
up.
guy.
I know now. I got it. Just let me correct it.
I was trying to tell a fucking story, and here you go, King of HR, ruining everything.
Marcus Smith went on Kevin Harvick's show and said they're going to put a
Right,
roof.
man. That's not
on
what the
Bristol.
Tri-City called it.
He's got to get the soundbite so he can put it in the pod, man.
Yes, come on, get with the program. And
But you can go back to that. The only reason why I was calling it out was that there is a Smith brother that's not on the car dealership side or the racetrack side that is a little bit of a known party animal.
okay, well, the
And I
viewers
can
don't
see
know
it,
why
man.
that's relevant right now because I'm going to cut out the part from earlier. So we're acting here, Elliot. We got to redo it so that they can know
Elliot,
what you're talking about.
you don't understand. We have a bigger audience now that we broke news on r/NASCAR. Right?
Yes.
We're going to have millions of views now.
That's
What do
right.
you mean we've broken news? I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, so Anduril is going to sponsor the San Diego race next year. Someone that works there told me. They've seen the mock-ups. They've seen apparently a stock car got delivered to the Anduril facility, and they've been.
What's it called?
It's a
Facility itself. Like, how do you spell that?
It's a defense technology company with drones and missiles and shit.
I don't care about that. I care about the racetrack itself.
It's
No,
at the
man,
Coronado
they're
Naval
still
Base.
building the fucking track.
It's going to be in Coronado right
It's a
outside
street
the Buds
course,
facility.
dude.
Well, how are they doing ticketing for that is what I'm wondering. You guys are simple-minded folk.
Get
Sounds
him,
like
Elliot.
a prime opportunity.
Go get him.
Oh my god. All
Downtown Brown is selling ticket packages to the San Diego street course race only to Chinese individuals at a
I am not.
500% markup.
right.
Don't put that on the internet. I am not doing any such a thing. I don't even really know about China all that much, nor do I have any affiliation with China.
With the Communist Party of China.
I don't.
CCP,
I don't.
baby.
I don't know where you read that, but it don't exist.
All right, so
It's an interesting opportunity, right? Like,
are we going to the UFC fight at Bristol or what?
I'm curious with Bristol's setup because it is like Coliseum style where seats go all the way around in a very small focal point in the center, but then also the big I don't know what they call their TV screen.
Jumbotron.
Yeah, they've got a special name for it. It's called something like Big Hoss or no, that's the Texas one. It's got a unique name.
Is it Colossus?
Dick Hoss.
I don't know what it's called, but I don't know how much you need to be able to really see the guys on the field or on the octagon.
the idea sounds kind of cool being inside Bristol, but knowing how big that racetrack is and how far away those fighters are going to be, unless maybe you're on the field, I think the
VIPs
experience
only.
significantly diminishes. And just to sit inside the grandstand and watch fighters on the big jumbotron, like hell.
But
Why is the UFC just? Why is their business model just? Oh, this event that's not built for a fight. Let's put a fight there. I mean, the
Like
White
the White
House,
House? What do you mean?
they're about to
The
Bristol.
White
play.
House is clear.
They're about to play baseball at Bristol, and they played football there already. I just sent the picture to the chat. The uniforms.
I think it could actually work though because they could get really creative with the temporary grandstands like in the infield itself, and the infield's small enough where they could pack a lot of really high net worth people into a really small space. And I guarantee you, Marcus, being the savvy business person he is, would also leverage the fact that those people make big time decisions, and looking around that racetrack and facility is going to spark ideas, right? I think that's a home run for Speedway Motorsports. That's if they can pull that off, which if anybody can pull something like that off, it'd be those guys.
Hear me out.
That would be a home run for I think NASCAR and UFC.
Hear me out. Floating UFC ring
Yes.
inside the Daytona Motor Speedway Lake Fight Island 2.0.
Fuck
Almost
yeah,
like
dude.
the Mario Party game where like the thing rotates a little bit and you got to move away from where you'll fall off. Remember Mario Party, the N64 game?
Rudy,
Yeah.
you're a man after my own heart. I was saying we gotta do one for the nosebleeds, folks. Man, we gotta put the at Bristol floating arena octagon so that the nosebleed seats are the best seats.
Check out the uniforms I sent to the chat that came out today. I was hating on them a little bit, but now they got the driver style number on the back of the jerseys, the flames on the
Those are
bill.
fucking dude. I gotta give me a Braves jersey. Those are killer.
Background's kind of getting in
I
the
was
way of that
trying to
shirt.
show the shirt that I got this week that I'm kind of disappointed in, but it's not
Hold
working.
it up.
Oh.
There he is. Jesus Christ, it's Harry Potter.
It ain't gonna work with my. There we go.
The invisible boatmobile.
Who the hell's Bob Chastain?
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, there he is. The lady gave me a large instead of an XL, and I didn't check it. I know the first time I wash this bitch, it will not be wearable anymore. It will be my wife's shirt. And pretty Trackhouse looks really nice when it's taped up to the hauler, but no, not that high quality. So
Dude, the NASCAR merchandise all the way around is the shittiest quality ever. NASCAR,
look at
if you're
this.
listening to
Look
this,
at
y'all
this
need to do
shitty
way
ass
better.
t-shirt. This is ass.
Dude, every single shirt well, really anybody's ever gotten from a hauler is a piece of crap, dude.
Don't talk about Tyler Reddick like that in our T-shirt. That's our T-shirt.
I haven't worn this shirt once, and it's already got bacon collar. I've been
And the
saving
only
it for this
reason-
pod.
The only reason that Davey Allison jacket isn't in pristine, tip-top condition, Elliot, is because the original owner smoked cigarettes in it.
But that's not my fucking fault, man. That's if anything, that should make the damn thing
that's-
cooler.
And that is not the NASCAR hauler's fault that sold that jacket.
I would argue that it's smelling like cigarettes is pristine condition, though.
Well,
Yeah,
it doesn't just smell like cigarettes. There are probably 2 or 3 burn holes in it.
there are, and it's for a little person. It's shrunk. He gave me this jacket, and I want to wear it, but it does not. It comes down to my
Elliot,
ribs.
I
Elliot
thought it
seen
was
it.
romantic. I thought it was
Elliot-
romantic. There was a Winston Red cigarette butt in the left hand pocket. There was a Misty Smooth in the right pocket. So I know he and his girl were sitting somewhere just ripping a dart, dude. One of them got a little too drunk, a little lovey, probably the chick, threw a cigarette burn in the chest of that thing.
Her name's probably Bernadine.
No, I was thinking like Tracy or Mandy.
No, Tracy's his name.
It's Kelly and Tracy. Well, who's
Tracy,
man?
Tracy and Bernadine.
Both of them have very unisexual names. But this is the story I created in my head for that jacket.
All right, that I was a little worried about that segment, but I feel like we did all right. Oh, I got to go back. To, Elliot, you mentioned that Bristol roof could inspire some ideas. I feel like you were going towards some mysterious ideas there. What kind of mysterious
No,
ideas?
dude, just nope. The only kind of ideas that Mr. Smith is interested in, those that make him money.
You got some mysterious ideas for me, Speaker. Come on. I know you got one.
My thing is, if we're gonna put a roof over Bristol and have a Speedway Classic at Bristol, who's gonna invest in Bristol and help the surrounding area to have these 100? Like, if we're gonna get Bristol back to 150,000 seat capacity, we're gonna have to build up Bristol one more time. How are we gonna make Bristol great again?
Who the fuck wants to go to an indoor race?
Well, it's ask a lot of people to go to the Chili Bowl every year.
But the roof will retract for the race. You can't have an indoor race. You'll die.
I know.
There would have to be a promise of like recurring revenue there. Those retractable roofs are god awful expensive out of the gate.
Yeah,
much less.
I mean, any sports property now, it's being built with a bunch of restaurants and bars like attached to it. So I'm sure if they're going to get the roof, that will bring more events and concerts to.
Also, every stadium nowadays is being built sans the retractable roof. That concept has gone away because it's not cost effective.
All right, well then maybe you should call Marcus Smith and tell him that you are available for consulting.
Tell Marcus.
It's a gimmick, and I love it.
And tell Marcus if it ain't a titty bar at Bristol, the fans don't want it.
Well, why couldn't you do a UFC fight without a roof on it, dude? Bristol in the middle of fall.
Dana's been opposed to that. Like, he won't go to Spain or Hawaii for the same thing. I got some more news to break live on here. So around 100 laps to go, 110 laps to go.
A second plane has hit the other tower
on Sunday.
I did not do it. It was not me.
The Busch bar ran out of beer trackside. Ran out of beer.
You believe that crap?
I had a seat there, for a couple hours, and the lines were super long. And for 20 minutes, dudes were coming up.
Sounds like you drank a lot of all their beer too.
I did. And I brought in 15 of my own Michelobs, and once the Busch bar ran out of beer, I was feeding everyone else. But I had so many people, I had to be like, brother, you're not gonna believe this. They are out of beer, and looking at me like, no way. What are we gonna do?
Are you fucking serious, Clark?
He rears up his fist like, you don't do that here, dude. Oh, what did you say, dude?
We got a few fans. I met a few fans out there. Gave them some stickers. Got some follows.
Is that brought to you in part by this live audience?
Yeah. All right. We're going to the Brickyard this weekend. Kyle Larson.
Reddick's gonna get it done.
Kyle Larson won last year in some bullshit caution, non-calling fashion. There he is.
We didn't even talk about the bracket challenge though.
Anytime you come in, no camera on, it automatically brings the camera on whenever you join right away.
There, get you a good view of that, Elliot.
Is there emojis that I can do in here? Downvote.
Jordan, what were your thoughts on Ty Dillon knocking out John Hunter Nemechek and Ty Gibbs knocking out Tyler Reddick?
I actually thought they did a good job of interviewing them during the rain delay. I thought that was a nice little drum up there. The other drivers were talking about it. We got a Nepo Bowl here. Grandsons of the old rich NASCAR owners are going at it for $1 million in Indianapolis.
What was it? Grandsons of the rich and the famous.
I'd be willing to place my house, my mortgage, and my left nut on Ty Dillon's going to kill that boy for that $1 million.
They never are winning.
The funny part is Ty Dillon could be 3 laps down, and as long as he wrecks him, he's going to come home with $1 million. So,
yeah, I see what you're saying.
I think it's going to happen. I don't think there's any scenario that Ty Dillon doesn't win that $1 million this weekend.
All you're saying is he has to finish the race.
It's kind of lame if Ty Gibbs wins. He's actually been awesome. He's gone from 27th to 16th in the points. Like the regular standings, not the win and you're in standings. So like he's been incredible the last couple months. He might win a race, but it'd be kind of lame if he beat Ty Dillon in Indy.
I think Sreaker could will it better than he could, honestly.
I will say it'd be funny if Ty Gibbs wins the bracket challenge before he wins a race.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
would be
same.
funny.
Either of them.
It'll
If
really water down the
neither of them
competition,
have
right?
won, neither of them have won a race in the Cup Series.
But
So
Ty Gibbs is in that old 18 car. I know it says 54, but that's still the 18 car. And
yeah,
that 18 car was
Can we just
bad
agree
fast.
that the bracket was a good idea?
yes, yes, we
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
Now tell us about the
We're
18
not
car,
jinxing
Speaker.
shit out of this thing.
I just know that 18 car is bad fast. Joe Gibbs Racing's showing a lot of speed. It would not surprise me at all if Ty Gibbs gets his first win at the Brickyard. I think he's got at least 1 or 2 wins in the Xfinity Series there, if I'm not mistaken. So I fact check me on that, but
Was
I
gonna
wouldn't.
say Ty Dillon's has an Xfinity win at the Brickyard, but yeah, I agree with you. He could definitely win on
Listen,
Sunday.
listen. NASCAR spent all that time making these brackets, and you guys are just gonna come in here and just act like that's not important.
Who do you know who came up with the bracket challenge, Elliot?
Whoever it is probably not with them anymore or on to their next internship.
He's the reigning race winner. His name's Denny Hamlin.
Oh my! Of course it
Hey,
is.
NASCAR, I'm suing your ass, but here's a good idea.
It's actually wild watching. I mean,
Well,
NASCAR.
and NASCAR's like, dude, we're about to lose $1 million because nobody paid attention to this, and now like the two like worst people possible that anybody's gonna pay. Like nobody even cares.
Yeah, I think it would be a lot better if Ty Gibbs won the race, like Streaker's saying, and also won the bracket challenge. That'd be pretty great. But if he doesn't win the race, I want to see Ty Dillon get to celebrate his 18th place finish and $1 million.
The fix may be in.
It's pretty funny. Like, I got a lot of NASCAR social images I'm going to put up in this video, but like they were really lathering on the love for Denny this weekend with all the lawsuit stuff going on. I think that's like purposeful. Like let's pretend that we're cool with him. I haven't seen any Michael Jordan posts, but that's a lot to navigate throughout the week.
I'm legally obligated to not comment.
Listen, that's got nothing to do with Denny Hamlin, the driver. Now, Denny Hamlin, the owner, I'd be worried, worried shitless.
What I will say is Denny Hamlin, he could be shitting bricks because there's a clause that says his star Tyler Reddick can leave the team if they lose their charter status at any point. But Denny Hamlin knows he's got an ace in the hole. He's got someone that's down on his luck that needs a new ride that wouldn't be feel too bad about going back to them cheating Yoders. Maybe Kyle Busch takes a little low ball offer, races for cheap to
Yeah,
get some good equipment back.
come on.
Open team 2311. Put KFB back in a Yoder. Come on now.
Kyle Busch into the 45?
I hope we don't see that, but that does make me feel better. I am nervous about this whole scenario. Like, NASCAR
Where does
said,
Tyler
and
Reddick go?
NASCAR said in their filing this week, they said,
Who gives a shit? Tyler Reddick is no star.
they
I
said,
mean,
No.
yeah, he's good at driving a car, but
He's a little chubby
there are
boy.
3 or 4 other drivers on the planet that could step into that ride and drive it just as good, if not better.
that's the
Hey,
reigning regular season champ that you're talking about. And also,
I'm not downplaying his talent at all. I'm saying it's a
He's
very
not a
small
star.
pool of people. But I mean,
Wayne.
is he pulling power as far as just being a personality? No. As far as pure talent goes, yes, he's a star.
that's true for
There are guys
every
on the
NASCAR
planet that
driver.
can drive.
He might be the reigning NASCAR champ, but he need to lay off that reigning McDouble champ.
I think that growing the hair out has helped a little bit, or maybe he hurt us. But yeah,
I think it's the opposite. I think it makes him look a little bit more greasy.
okay.
I agree.
Hey, well, a greasy guy's a good guy. Everybody knows that. Everybody loves the grease.
But look,
Be a little greasy. That's
Na-
fine. I'm telling you, you can be.
NASCAR said in their filing that they don't have charters. They never signed the charter agreement. The charters aren't even theirs. So unless 2311 wins the lawsuit, I don't see how they're going to have charters next year. I mean,
Why does anybody fucking care? The time
Yeah,
before the
fair enough.
charters was just as good. Like that was when NASCAR was at its peak. Some would argue, if not a lot would argue. I don't give a shit if they do away with the charters or not. Best 40 cars to show up at the track, get in the race. That's it.
All right, fair enough. Okay. The Brickyard
Everybody always worried about a guarantee. Sometimes you just got to let the horsepower do the talking.
All right, well, who's going to do the talking this weekend at the Brickyard? Is it going to be Catherine Legg? She's running double duty this weekend. Xfinity,
I was
too.
I was going to say Danica
She needs
Patrick,
to.
but then I forgot she had retired.
Captain Leg needs all the work she can get.
Who's going to give it to her? You are, my friend. That was a virtual dap.
I appreciate you adding in the sound effects.
Thanks. Who do you got, Jay?
Oh, the cheers were pretty positive for Denny this weekend. I forgot to say that. I was shocked. Like, I lost a couple friends in my section that I had met at the bar once I revealed to them that I was a Denny Hamlin supporter in that race.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Me neither. That's why I was not wearing. I was wearing a NASCAR shirt. All right, I'm there for NASCAR this weekend. But the nobody was booing him at introductions.
You did the Rob Lowe just NFL hat?
Yeah. I think I might have the shirt here to show you.
Just NASCAR. I'm just here to support the cause, man.
Here, I'm gonna have to do the Harry Potter thing again.
Well, I mean, that's like going to like a Barnum and Bailey circus, right? Like you wouldn't wear like a tiger outfit. You'd wear like Barnum and Bailey. I'm here for the circus, the totality. Is it a good looking shirt? Let me get this on.
Oh, you're telling me you went to the baseball game and you wore an ump hat?
Where?
Yeah, exactly.
This thing.
He made the concessionaires
Look, I have
call
to
it
pretend to be wearing the shirt for the camera to pick it up. All right, that's enough. But yeah, NASCAR shirt made me some friends. Made me some friends until I disclosed to them that I wanted Denny Hamlin to win on that last restart.
Well, that's what you get, dude. You don't talk about religion, politics, or your NASCAR affiliations in good public.
I think he might do it again this weekend. I think it's going to be Denny. I think it's going to be Ryan Blaney.
We still talking about this bum?
And we're talking about Indianapolis.
He's a good Brickyard driver, Straker.
I mean, the obvious one is Mr. Larson. He had a crazy run from like 17th to like 1st last year. If you haven't watched the end of that race, go watch it. He was the only guy that could pass effectively, and he passed everybody. Everybody else was saving fuel drafting. Just watch the last the last run, just incredible. I had money on him, so that's why I think it was even more incredible. But it was fantastic. I honestly think it's probably going to be a Hendrick driver. I'm going to go with William Byron in the 24.
You think? Whoa! You think it's gonna be a Hendrick driver? Does Alex Bowman save his job this weekend at the Brick? Like
He just ran third.
I almost picked him, but
nobody gives a shit if you don't win. If you ain't first, you're last. You've seen the movie.
Actually, could I change my pick? I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go 2 hot takes. All right, they're both Chevy drivers. First off, Shane Van Gisbergen, top 15.
Crazy.
Oh, what do you
Indy
owe us
races-
for? Wait a minute. What do you owe us for your miss on the SVG over under of 13.5?
I don't
Yeah, that
I
was
don't
a
owe you
terrible
anything
bet.
at the. I don't owe you anything just yet. I'm doubling down on this top 15. The Indy corners are somewhat road coursey. Juan Pablo Montoya was good there, so that's my
Fair.
fact find. But give me a caution. There goes his car to get his first win at the Brickyard.
All right. Okay. This would be a track that
Brickyard?
that'd be wild.
Are any
He
drivers
finished-
lactose intolerant?
He ran well in Michigan, another 2-mile big track. Speed. Spire's been slipping a little bit. I feel like they're saving something in the tank. They've been loading up for the Brickyard.
You kidding me? Brickhard over here, speaker, talking about caution
Nice.
coming
Dude.
away.
I don't know if you can add that into the post production, but I was like, on that, like a good. That's a ringer.
Am I
I'll
allowed
have
to
to-
post this? Am I allowed to post the podcast on Reddit this week so folks can know we're a legitimate podcast?
No, they
I don't know.
got.
I think you might get banned from our NASCAR, dude. But I mean, yeah, go for it.
We gotta wait
That-
until Anduril announces the sponsorship, so then you can come in and be like, "We were right.
Or
We were right. Here's the podcast."
we can offer.
Once the Anduril news drops, Streaker, we're gonna coordinate a targeted response to those losers.
So is that a company? It sounds like a planet from Star Wars.
It is
It is based on Lord of the Rings, I think.
yeah.
That's the second time we've referenced Lord of the Rings on this podcast. That's pretty cool. J.R. Tolkien, your work's timeless.
What about the third time? Every time Joey Logano gives an interview, I think he's about to say, "My precious."
He's such a
It looks like-
weirdo.
Even though he's like 6'2".
I saw him and Blaney. They came right by me on their golf carts.
Were they? Did they say hello to you?
No. I was on the phone with
Did
my
you say hello
grandmother.
to them?
I was on the phone with Penny. She
They
was
were
crying.
Oh, well, that's why they didn't answer.
Yeah.
They were quite clearly looking at you pretty closely if they came right by you. I mean, you
They were
seem
trying to
have
get
had
me
some
to
effect on
interview them, but I was
Yeah,
busy
that's
talking to my grandmother.
exactly what it sounds like to me. They wanted to talk to you, but you looked busy.
Yeah, I mean, I had to support my grandmother. She's going through a hard time. Chase Elliott choked away the win, and her least favorite driver, Denny Hamlin, won. So, it was a rough Sunday for Penny.
Yeah, no, Penny and I are in the same boat, and we're rowing together. But you know what we need in this time? We need wind in the right direction. All sails moving forward. One team, one dream.
Sweeker, you don't have any comment on Alan Gustafson's 2 tires this week?
I did hear see some Chase fans and saying that Gustafson threw away the race. 2 tires from the lead to keep the lead. I kind of get, but it's kind of like you don't want to mess with a good car. And if the car is good enough, like you said, you could have passed. He had a really fast car. He could have passed his way back up to the front. So I think you got to put 4 tires on a good car every time.
I bet Alan Gustafson would be a really fun guy to go out in Vegas with. He just seems like the kind of guy that likes to roll the dice.
All right.
Not. I don't know. They're not.
I tried to come up with something, but I'm still exhausted from yesterday. They had a lot of stuff set up, like in the fan zone. The Darlington fan zone was pretty disappointing. I think Elliot and I will both agree on that.
Yeah.
But this one was pretty good. It just
Because it wasn't a Speedway Motorsports. Dover's a Speedway Motorsports property now.
It was so hot that I couldn't, they had these beach bars set up where they imported sand. They had this arcade bar where you could play racing games and drink, and they had all this shit out there to go do. It was so hot. I'm going inside, going to the shaded bar.
Yeah, dude. Welcome to the business of NASCAR.
All right. Well, it'll be interesting to see what date they give them next year, whenever the schedule comes out.
Who are you guys' picks?
I had a dream that Ross Chastain won a race soon, but I don't remember what race it was.
So you're saying we need to house it on him every week?
So I'm just going to
foreseeable
say
future?
that it was the Brickyard, and Ross Chastain wins on Sunday.
The Chastiser. Chesteroni.
You owe me an XL, Justin Marks. You owe me an XL.
Is Chase Elliott
He ain't
getting it
gonna
done
get it.
at the Brickyard?
I don't know. I really like Chase at the Brickyard. We'll see
Neither
what
of you.
happens, though. I'm still going all in on Suarez,
Damn it.
but that's just who I am as a person. A man of integrity, dedication, commitment.
God, I want him to. I don't know what he's going to do. I guess he's going to drive for Junior Motorsports next year, and we'll just be Suarez
He's
Xfinity.
probably going to win the race on Sunday, and the Mud Dog's going to come back and win the Bourbon Bowl.
Suarez Xfinity champion next year.
I do got to head out. I'm getting another call, but appreciate
All right.
you boys.
All right,
Zucker.
see ya.
Later.
All right.
Checkereds the Records podcast is brought to you by SC Pressure Works. Your driveway dirtier than your browser history. Your wife begging you to clean the siding between stages. Don't let the guy wreck your Sunday. Blast it away with SC Pressure Works and get back to the track. Visit scpressureworks.com.